This is Caitlin, your host of the No Sleep for Dramas podcast, where we get no sleep and survive on coffee to watch just one more episode at night. Welcome, and it is the end of the month. It is now March, and that means I get to do a monthly wrap up. And for this episode, it's going to be the February 2024 wrap up episode. I love doing these episodes, and I know you guys like listening to them. So I will always like recording this episode and talk about what I finished in February and what dramas I'm looking forward to in March. So that's pretty much how this is going to go. I'm going to talk about all like the dramas / movies / shows, whatever I finished in February and what I thought about them. Maybe where you can watch them, that type of thing. And I'm also going to talk about any dramas that are coming up in March or the following month, whatever month that is, that I'm excited to start. I also will be mentioning any dramas I dropped in the last month. Sometimes I drop dramas, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the month. That's pretty much what we're going to do in this episode. And February was a lot better for me than January. I finished a lot more dramas, so I have a lot more to talk about this episode, and I'm excited to get into it. So, as I said, February was a much better month. I was a little more relaxed. My life calmed down a little bit, so I was able to finish more dramas and get some stuff off my current watch list because it got kind of crazy there for a minute. Because I did not drop a ton of things. So yeah, I watched a lot in February, finished a lot in February, and also March has a lot of dramas that I'm looking forward to. Normally, so I'll mention this quickly. Normally, when I mention dramas I'm looking forward to, it's usually Korean dramas because I know the schedule of when they're coming out. If I happen to hear about another country's drama that I know I'm going to get access to and I'm excited to watch, I will mention it. Like, for example, if a Chinese drama announces a premiere, I will mention it if I'm excited for it. So usually, though, it's mostly going to be Korean dramas because we know those dates far more in advance than any other country, at least what I can find. So, okay. So, as I said, I'm going to talk about the dramas that I completed first, what I thought about them, where you might be able to watch them, and then I'll go into what I'm looking forward to this month, aka March, since we're already in March. So, my first one, even though I felt like most of my watch list was out of control in February because I was watching so much and I had so much to catch up on, and I also wanted to start a ton of things. There's a couple dramas in February I never even started yet because I just got so overwhelmed with my watch list. But I did complete a lot of things. So the first one I want to talk about is a fantastic drama that I highly recommend. It's on Hulu. It's the Korean drama A Shop for Killers. I need a season 2 for this drama immediately. It was fast paced. I enjoyed the entire series. It got me hooked right away in the first scene. It was beautifully shot. The cinematography, especially during the fight scenes, was amazing. I still don't understand because if you look this drama up on my drama list, it says that its parent Korean drama is The Killer's Shopping List, which I watched The Killer's Shopping List. It's a comedy. It is nothing like A Shop for Killers. And it really isn't it's about a guy who has a murder happen or a series of murders happening in his neighborhood, and he works at the local supermarket, and he discovers that the killer has been buying his supplies at his local supermarket. So I'm not really sure how the Killer's Shopping List has any relation to A Shop for Killers other than the name. So yeah, that still confuses me. If you want to watch a comedic crime drama, I also recommend Killer's Shopping List. It was a lot of fun. I also forgot to mention everything that I'm going to be talking about. I wrote as a blog post as well with all the links to the dramas I'm talking about and a little synopsis of like my thoughts and opinions on everything. I'm going to talk about more of it in the podcast episode, of course, but if you want something to reference or you want to know where you can find a drama and you miss what I said in this podcast episode, you can always go to my blog and find February 2024 wrap up and find out all the dramas that I'm talking about in this episode. Back to Shop for Killers. I liked the found family a lot. The action and cinematography, as I said, was great. The drama wasn't perfect, of course. Like, as I said, I need a season 2 immediately. Also, watch this drama at night because some scenes were so dark I couldn't tell what was going on. Where I watch my dramas, I have a wall of windows. So if I watch anything that has like a ton of night scenes, I can't tell what's on screen. But even with this drama and another one I'll mention later, I was watching these at night and I still sometimes couldn't tell what was going on in the dark scenes. So there's some scenes that are quite dark and not like dark, like gritty, like scary dark. Like literally there's no light to tell people's faces. But anyway, I highly recommend this one. It's on Hulu in the US. I'm assuming everywhere else is Disney Plus. I love this. I loved this drama. My next drama is one that I actually was really surprised that I liked and also ended up watching for various reasons. This was by far my favorite drama I finished in February, and I'm so glad that I continued it because it actually was like a rollover from January. I was supposed to finish it in January and I just didn't get around to finishing it until now. And that is Like Flowers in Sand. It's on Netflix. It's a Korean drama. I mean, people should not be surprised I love this drama, or at least I'm watching it because Jang Dong-yoon is in it and he's one of my favorites, so I will try anything he's in. But I'm surprised that I stuck around because this is essentially a slice of life sports drama with a little crime mystery thrown in. And usually slice of life and somewhat sports dramas don't really gravitate towards. I don't watch. So the fact that I stuck with this and also loved it and probably is one of my like top dramas of 2024 and it's only March says a lot. Also, I feel like not a ton of people watch this one and it kind of flew under the radar. I could be wrong on that, but I highly recommend this one, especially if you're a slice of life lover or you're a sports drama lover or you're kind of like a healing drama lover or like a underdog story lover. Like that's yeah. It As I said, Jang Dong-yoon's my favorite, so I might be a little biased with this, but I loved his character's personality. I loved his character's outlook on life. I loved watching his relationship with the female lead as well as like the rest of the villagers progress throughout the drama. And I know people who did watch this, they did say that the mystery and crime took up some of the story in the middle, that it didn't need to be that important in the middle, and I do agree with that. And due to that pacing and that emphasis on the crime and mystery, I felt the ending was a little rushed because they all of a sudden had to go back to the sports and had to like make it a happy ending when it came to the sports, and they kind of forgot about the sports in like episode 11 to 14 type thing. Um And I also wanted to know more about some of the supporting characters because they had a great ensemble cast. The villagers were all a lot of fun, and I wanted to know more about some of those people because they seemed like interesting characters. And I understand, like, if you have an ensemble cast, you can't give everybody like a full fleshed out story. But some of them, I think, could have had a more fleshed out backstory. But overall, I absolutely love this drama. I wish more people would watch it. Please go watch Like Flowers and Sand. Like, it's just, I think a lot of people would like this. And I think a lot of people just kind of missed it because other dramas were airing at the same time, and maybe they just saw a bunch of crime in it and didn't want to go. It's like, yeah, the crime comes up, but it's not really, it's still a sports drama. It's still a slice of life drama. Like, it's not as gruesome as like Beyond Evil or anything like that. There's nothing as gruesome as like that type of crime drama. So I would highly recommend this one to anybody. Okay, so the next one that I finished was a rewatch for me. It's the Chinese drama Reset. I rewatched this for another podcast episode that I did with Tea and Soju with the drama trio. And all I gotta say, well, one, you can go listen to that episode because it's out. It came out in February. You should go and listen to it, especially if you've seen this drama. If you haven't, don't, because there's a lot of spoilers and everything. If you haven't seen this drama, you need to go watch it. It's one of my favorite crime Chinese dramas. I watched it for a second time, and I was still nervous with every episode because it's one of those dramas that, like, you sit on the edge of your seat and you're just like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? And every episode ends in a cliffhanger. And it's just such a bingeable, but stressful, fast paced crime drama. And it's getting a sequel, which I'm so excited for. And I have so many questions about because I doubt it's going to be like a direct sequel with the same people because that I don't think would work. But if you have not seen Reset, please go watch this. It's on Viki. It's also, I think, on Tencent, maybe. I don't remember what Chinese platform it is, but it's on Viki. It's 15 episodes. You should, if you have not seen this crime drama, you should watch it. It's really, really good. Really good. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about, I already did a review episode on this last week, so I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail. That is a Korean drama, Marry My Husband. So if you have not listened to my review, you can go back and watch it. That was last week's episode. This Korean drama is on Amazon Prime. I love this drama. Not perfect, of course, it's not perfect. I gave it a 9 out of 10, I think. I had a lot of fun with this. I still disliked pretty much what everybody else disliked when it came to social media and what people were talking about. I explained this all in my review episode. Everything that happened with episode 12 and the character that joined late, like, I still did not like that choice, as well as everybody else didn't. But I still rated it high because I had a lot of fun. And I'm also a sucker for these types of dramas. I'm a sucker for the revenge drama. I'm a sucker for the go back in time and get revenge dramas. Like, I've always loved those. I'm a sucker for cheating stories. I'm a sucker for makjang. Like, I'm a sucker for crazy. This wasn't really, really makjang, but I'm a sucker for these types of shows. Acting was good. Chemistry was great. I loved the three couples. You can hear me gush about the three couples in my review episode. I thought the revenge had a satisfying ending. Could have been 12 episodes, in my opinion. Again, you can go and listen to my Marry My Husband podcast episode and hear my full review on it. Okay. The next drama that I finished was the Chinese drama Princess of Wei Young. This was also a rewatch for me, also for the Tea and Soju podcast. And that episode is also out with the drama trio. So you can go and watch that, or not watch it, listen to it, and hear us talk a lot about this drama. We had a lot of differing opinions. I, for one, had not watched this I had not watched this drama in 5 years, maybe more. So I forgot about a ton of stuff that happens. So it was nostalgic for me to watch it, but at the same time, I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, I forgot how much I hated this character." Or, "Oh my god, I forgot this story arc. I cannot believe I forgot this part." Or, "Oh my god, I forgot that twist." So, it was a lot of fun just rewatching it because I have forgotten so much stuff that it was fun, like, rediscovering it. Also, the lead couple had great chemistry as always. That's the one thing I did remember. And they're also married in life. So, fun fact about that, they're married in real life. I think it's from this drama too. I think they met on this drama and then married, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, so you can go and listen to that podcast episode. We talk a lot. We have a lot of differing opinions. So I won't go into much about this drama, but it was nostalgic. It was a fun rewatch for me. Okay, so the next one was a Korean BL drama on iQIYI. I binged this drama in less than a day. One, because it was 30-minute episodes and it's like 8 episodes long, I want to say. But also it was a good drama. Like, I was surprised. The acting was a highlight. The acting was so good. The chemistry between the leads was great. Like, one of the lead actors, and I'm not going to remember his name, but he was so good. His acting was so good. And the other guy did great too, but like this actor stood out. Oh my god, now I'm going to have to look it up because I have to remember his name now. I want to say it's like, I know his last name is Lee. I just don't remember his first name. And I want to say he was in, was he Penthouse? Was he a Penthouse actor? Yeah. Okay. Lee Tae-vin, that was the actor, and he was in the Penthouse series. His acting is so good. Like, I have never, like, I have seen the guy. Like, I've seen he was a guest role in 365 Repeat the Year, and I did start Penthouse, but I never finished it. So I never like got the full example of how good his acting was. This dude's acting is so good. And he did so good in Love for Love's Sake. Like, I could go on how good his acting is. Anyway, chemistry between the two leads was great. I thought the story was a bit messy. Now, I will say, the story took place within a video game that was glitching and kind of breaking down as the story went. So, the story being messy and a little like disjointed might have been intentional to keep up with that theme, but it also seemed that the writer had like one too many ideas that he wanted to throw into this drama. So it could have been better, but the highlight of this drama was the acting. It's still a very solid BL drama. I think it's one of the better Korean BL dramas I've watched in recent years. So if you haven't seen this and you have access to iQIYI, I recommend this one. It's a solid BL drama. I don't think you will not like this. And it didn't fall apart in the end or anything. I thought it just was a really solid boys love drama. Okay, so the next one is a Japanese drama on Netflix called House of Ninjas. I completed this one. I also did a special review episode of this on the blog, so I won't go much detail into this. If you love action dramas, if you want to watch a drama about ninjas, watch this drama. Like, it has some great action scenes, some great fight scenes. You can't go wrong with ninjas. Like, it's a lot more than just ninjas, as I said in my podcast review. It's about a family and their problems, normal family problems. I loved that. I love that you had a family drama hidden underneath a ninja drama. It was not a perfect drama. As I said earlier, this is the drama where you can't watch it during the day because there are a lot of night scenes. It's easier to watch it when it's dark outside so you don't have the sun coming in because you won't be able to see anything on screen. I guess that comes with the theme of ninjas because they obviously don't work during the day. It also needs a season 2. I mean, it's not like a cliffhanger again, but they did leave some stuff out in the open that season 2 could grab onto. So it also was somewhat predictable on one part of the story with one character, as I explained in my podcast episode. But overall, a lot of fun, very entertaining. I would recommend this one. If you want more detail on the review, you can go listen to my podcast episode. Okay, so now to a couple dramas that I completed, but were not what I expected. So the first one was A Killer Paradox, a Korean drama. It's on Netflix. I was disappointed with this drama. The first half of it was great. The first half of it I loved. The second half of it dropped the ball, in my opinion. I thought the second half concentrated on the wrong characters. I thought the story took a turn and went in the wrong direction. Like, the acting was still good, but I expected like a cat and mouse story, and the second half was not that. And I wanted to see that, especially between the two leads. And they just all of a sudden took a left, and that cat and mouse story was not about the two leads anymore. And I really just don't understand why they left that story and just took a left and went in a completely different other direction. I don't understand why they did that. And they also kind of set it up for a season 2, but like honestly, I don't think if they hadn't taken that left turn, I don't think this needed a season 2. But because they did, they don't need the season 2 even when they did the left turn and went completely in a different direction. But I think they honestly took that completely, like that turn, and went in a completely different direction because they wanted to do a season 2. And it's not needed. So I personally wouldn't recommend this drama, especially if you're a crime drama person. The only thing I would recommend is if you want some great acting, watch this drama, but at the same time, like, the cast in this drama are great actors. Like, the story, they did what they could with the story, and they did a phenomenal job, but the story just is not there and was not good. And lastly, the last drama I completed, and also one that I would not recommend. Listen, so I'm trying to actually not like I probably would have dropped these if they weren't 6-8 episodes, right? The fact that they're so short, I finished them. And I'm not going into these dramas thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna hate them. And I do drop them if I really absolutely cannot finish them. But I don't want to like sugarcoat anything and say like, you should still watch this. Like, that's not the type of person. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat something and say I liked it just because other people liked it. Like, it's just not the drama for me. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not saying don't watch it. If you like the actors in it, if you are curious about the story, go ahead. But I can't recommend something if I didn't like it. So and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say something like it wasn't for me, but go watch it. Like, you can disregard my opinion. I'm okay with that. You can go and watch these dramas and decide for yourself. But I can't say like, I can't lie, basically. I can't just like fake my opinion and say, oh my god, it's such a good drama, you should go watch it, when it really isn't. Like, that's never how I wrote my blog. That's never how I wrote my opinions or my reviews. So I'm not going to start it now. So Killer Paradox, that's my opinion, is like the first half is amazing and I wish they continued in the second half, and that just is not the case. The next one I'm going to talk about is the same thing, The Bequeathed, on Netflix as well. It's a Korean drama. This drama was just okay. Like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It had beautiful cinematography. I loved the message of family in the story, but like, the message of family was so warped and weird. I didn't like it at the same time, because I'm not going to do any spoilers. I'm not going to reveal like what made this weird, but what made it weird, because they put one thing into the story that was supposed to be shocking and unpredictable, which it was. It was very shocking and very unpredictable. Like, I did not see it coming, whatever. But I also think it wasn't needed. They kind of put it in the drama to be shocking and unpredictable, which made the message of family weird. So, and the fact that like you could have had this drama without the shocking reveal says it wasn't really integrated in the story very well, in my opinion. So, yeah. So the one big reveal in this made the message of family really weird and kind of made me feel uncomfortable, especially because it was a message about family, but it just was not the message you should probably be given in a drama. Um, I also thought the motive for the crime was really weak, and it could have been written differently, and the motive could have been stronger. And I mean, the motive supported the big shocking reveal that happened. So the fact that they could take the shocking reveal out and have a better motive tells me the motive was pretty weak. Like, it didn't take away anything. So it could have been written better. I also went in this drama thinking it was gonna be a completely different story than it was. So that might have affected it, where I was thinking one thing and then we got something completely different. So that could have also affected my opinion. But this could have been better. It was just okay. I would also not recommend The Bequeathed at all. I mean, you have better K dramas out there. If you want to try it, go right ahead. But it was just okay. It wasn't the best drama out there at all. So, as you can see, in February, I finished a lot more than January. I finished 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Finished 10 dramas in February, which, yay me. I'm so glad I was able to finish more. I actually dropped one drama in February, which I probably should have dropped more, but I did finish a couple. But I only dropped one drama. And usually I drop dramas for various reasons. I might get bored, I might get spoiled and don't want to continue. I might fall so far behind on a drama that I don't feel like catching up. There's multiple reasons why I would drop a drama. So the drama I dropped was Love Song for Illusion. It's a Korean drama. I think you can watch it on Viki. I watched the first episode when it premiered, and then I just never went back and clicked episode 2. And it ended last week, I think, and I was still only on episode 2. And I the fact that I was still only on episode 2 and it ended and I didn't really feel like trying to catch up and finish it kind of told me I should just drop it. So that's really the reason why I dropped Love Song for Illusion, which I'm sad about because I love Park Ji-hoon. He's an amazing actor. The concept for this drama should have been in my wheelhouse. It has dual personalities, it has fantasy, stuff like that, but something just wasn't making me go and click play on episode 2. And that just was telling me to just let it go. Maybe I'll go back later. Maybe not. I don't know. But I love Park Ji-hoon. So I at least click play on this for him. So we'll just have to wait and see. I have some of his dramas I haven't even watched yet, so maybe I'll go watch another one of his other dramas. But yeah, that's the only drama I dropped in February for that reason. I normally don't drop a lot of dramas. I've learned to become more selective in what I click play on. So I usually, about 95% of the time, I'm clicking play on stuff that I know I'll finish and I'll know I'll like. But sometimes you just click play on something and it's not what you expected, or you fall behind, and in this case, and you kind of just don't feel like going back and click and play on it. So sometimes it happens, but I do not drop dramas like every month. I rarely drop dramas. I think I want to say last year I dropped like 8 in the entire year, I want to say. I think the most dramas I ever dropped in a year was like 10 or maybe 12. But that was a lot for me. I normally do not drop dramas. So and I mean, it was February when I dropped my first one this year, so we'll see how many I drop. Okay. So those are the dramas I finished in February, and there's some podcast episodes reviews out for those. As I can review really quickly, you have a podcast review episode for House of Ninjas. You have a podcast review on No Sleep, Tea and Soju for Princess Wei Young. I have a podcast review out for Marry My Husband, and then there's also Reset on Tea and Soju as well. So, and I will be coming out with a Shot for Killers review next week, I think. So you'll have that review as a podcast episode as well. So it's going to be fun. What I love about doing, I know I've said this in like another episode, but these podcast episodes have allowed me to do reviews so much more frequently. And I love that. So, okay. So the March dramas I'm excited for, and some of them I already know I would not be able to watch because it is March 4th when I'm recording this. So some of them I already know I can't watch. The first one, of course, is Wonderful World. It was a Korean drama. It premiered on March 1st. Sadly, it did not come to Hulu. So I don't have access to this, so I am not watching it, which I'm really angry about because I love Kim Nam-joo and I wanted to see Cha Eun-woo in this type of role. And the fact that I cannot watch this drives me crazy. I have not seen Kim Nam-woo in a drama in years. I think the last one I watched was Misty, which is a fantastic drama. The ending could have been a bit better, but she was amazing in that drama. I think that's the last time I've watched her in a drama, which I think was like 2018. It was before the pandemic. So I was so excited to see her coming back with a drama, and I knew she would kill this role because she does these types of roles very well. I hope Hulu gets it eventually. I'm so angry I'm not watching this because I want it so bad. And it's also like a drama that's like right up my alley. I love these types of dramas. So, okay, so Wonderful World was one I was looking forward to. The next one I'm looking forward to is I Love You. It's a Japanese drama. It's going to be on Netflix. It's going to be on Netflix March 10th. Now, this technically has already aired. I want to say it's finished airing, but I could be wrong. And I came out in like, it was announced in January, and I immediately like was like, I want to watch this. And then it didn't show up on Netflix for international people until now, until March. So we are finally getting it March 10th, and I'm so excited to watch this for two reasons. One, it's a Japanese drama, but then you have Chae Jung-hyuk in it. So it's a Korean actor and a Japanese actress in a Japanese drama. And I don't think I've ever seen this done. I could be wrong. Honestly. I'm just so curious how this will work in terms of like their chemistry and everything. And I read the synopsis. I love how they worked Korean Japanese into the story. So the story is basically a woman who can hear other people's inner voices when she looks them in the eye. And then she meets Chae Jung-hyuk's character, and when she looks him in the eye, she can't understand him because it's in Korean, and she loves that because she hates having to like avoid people's eye contact and know everything they're thinking. So she hears some really personal thoughts that she does not want to hear and not want to know about. And then she meets a guy who she can't understand anything he's saying. So then a romance starts. And I'm so intrigued on how this drama came about and how it was, what it was like to work on it. So I hope I can find like some behind the scenes stuff. I'm so curious about this, and I'm so curious how this will play out. I'm really excited to check this out because I've been keeping an eye on this drama since January, and I'm so excited to see what it's all about. And I also love the female actress who's in this. So that's also a plus for me. So I know a lot of people are looking forward to this, and it's finally coming to Netflix. So if you did not know about this drama, you now know about this drama. It's going to be on Netflix March 10th. I'm so excited. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is The Midnight Studio. This is also a Korean drama. It drops March 11th, and it will be on Viki. Thank you very much, Viki. This gives me Mystic Pop-Up Bar vibes, and I loved Mystic Pop-Up Bar. So I'm so here for this. Um I'm also a big fan of the cast. I love multiple of these cast members. It like not only do I like the main cast, but I like the supporting cast. I mean, we have Juwon, who I like a lot. We have Kwan Ra, who I like, and I'm curious about their pairings together. We have Yoon Soo, who he's an amazing actor and can do a bunch of various genres, and he's funny, but he also can be scary. I love this. Moon Suk, I like him. I haven't seen a ton of him, but everything I've seen him in, he's been great. And then we have a bunch of more people who are just amazing supporting cast, and I'm sure the guest roles are going to be great. Like there's just a lot. I'm looking forward to this. But the thing that really made me like, oh man, I'm going to love this drama is a couple weeks ago now, I think, at least a week ago, the script reading video for this drama came out and was circulating and was kind of went viral in my opinion, and it just showed the entire cast crying while reading the script, and they like would look at each other and start laughing because they were all crying so much, and I started laughing because I was like, oh my god, what are we in for? But also I was laughing because they were laughing. This drama, like just like Mystic Pop-Up Bar, where like you have these heartbreaking stories about these ghosts, pretty much you have the same thing with this. It's like it's about people, like a photo studio who run by Juwon, and I guess this studio like either runs in his family or I don't know, somehow started working with studio, and he takes portraits of ghosts who come into the store. And so I'm sure we're going to learn about the heartbreaking stories behind these ghosts and everything like that. And then we have Kwan Ra's character who can see ghosts, and she's a lawyer, I want to say. And so she ends up like working with the studio to, I don't know, solve the ghost problems, I guess, because she's a lawyer. I'm not really sure her job, but oh my god, with the script reading video and everybody crying, I'm like, oh my god, bring the tissues. Like, and then you have obviously it's a romance drama between the two leads, like everything like that. So I just want this. I want this to give me Mystic Pop-Up Bar vibes, and I want this to be good because the cast in this drama is good and they need a good drama. I hope this is that drama. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to talk about is probably my most anticipated for March. And if I do not have access to this drama, I'm going to riot because it's on Cocoa right now. I do not have Cocoa, so it needs to come to Viki or I will throw something. And that is Grabbed by the Collar, or I think the title changed recently. It's called Nothing Uncovered, I want to say. First off, I love the cast in this. Second, the trailers and the poster show the trio of these people have so much chemistry. It is like oozing off the screen. Also, it has a cheating husband. So that's kind of, well, I mean, you have to have at least one cheating husband story a month. What did I predicted this. I said in my New Year's resolutions, you can go back and read it on my blog. I said we are going to have a lot of cheating makjang dramas this year, and this is another cheating husband one as far as I can find out. So it goes on my list. It's a crime drama, it's a me drama, it's gonna go on my list. If I do not have access to this, I'm going to throw something because this is my most anticipated drama of this month, and I don't go off grid. I pay for these streaming sites. I don't go off grid. So if it's not on a streaming site I have access to, I'm just gonna have to suck it up. But Vicky, please get this drama, please. Basically, this chart, and also I love the cast. So Kim Han Newell is the female lead. You have Yeon Woo Jin, who's one of the male leads, and then you have Jang Sung Jo, who's another male lead. Apparently, from what I can gather, you have Kim Han Newell's character, who's an investigative reporter, and she is like very popular through this show that she has, and she just exposes a lot of stuff. It's very straightforward, no jokes thing. And she is one day accused of murder, and Young Woo Jin's character is the detective assigned to investigating. From what I can find, the victim is the mistress of her husband, who is played by Jang Sung Jo. So apparently she investigates this murder who she's accused of with the detective, but also her husband helps out, even though apparently the victim's his mistress. So we'll see if that actually is the case and if he actually is cheating, but yeah. I need this drama. I am going to be so sad if I do not have access to this drama. Like, you guys will not hear the end of it. I'm gonna be so sad. So sad. Like, go look at these posters or even one trailer. Like, oh my god, like, she has so much chemistry with both of them. But Young Woo Jin and her, oh man, I need this drama. It looks steamy. It looks so good. Okay. The next drama that I'm looking forward to is Hyde. It's a Korean drama. It premieres on March 23rd. I do not know where this one is going to go. It does not say like if there's a streaming site or anything like that. And it is a thriller drama, so obviously it's a me drama. It stars Lee Bo Young, Lee Mo Seung, sorry if I'm mispronouncing, and Lee Chung Ah. I'm done. That's all I need to know. Like, I love all of these three leads cast, I guess. Another main role is Lee Min Jae, who I recognize him, but I don't remember where from. Oh, Hunted. He was in Hunted. Okay. I know him from Hunted, which is a drama from 2022, a like short 4-episode drama. Okay. So this is another thriller mystery drama. It's based off of a European show. I can't remember which country, though. But it's based off a European show. And it's about a woman whose husband disappears. So Lee Bo Young plays the wife. Lee Moo Sang plays the husband. She's married to him. He suddenly disappears, and she tries to find her husband and uncover the secrets of why he disappeared. And that she doesn't know if he's alive or dead, that type of thing. And then Lee Chung Ah plays her neighbor, I want to say. And then Lee Min Jae somehow knows something about her husband's disappearance. So I'm sure she's going to like team up with some of these people to try and find him. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, you have a missing husband. It's a thriller. It has an interesting cast. So I at least want to check this out if I have access to it. It sounds interesting. Okay. Last one I'm looking forward to in March is obviously the resurrection of the Seven. I watched season 1, so I gotta watch season 2. Like, I need to see how this all ends. It's crazy. There's not much I can say about this drama, okay? I watched season 1. I need to go and watch season 2 because season 2 is all about Yi Jun getting revenge and hopefully winning, and I just need to see that. I need to see his crazy personality come out, and I need him to get revenge on these people. And I need to see that revenge, and I need to see what happens and what he does to these people because he deserves his revenge from watching what they did to him in season 1. And I mean, we've seen some of the trailers and everything. It looks like it's going to be as crazy as season 1. Also, Lee Jung Shin joined the cast, so I'm curious to see who he's going to be. But yeah, that's pretty much why I'm watching this. I have no idea what's going on. I'm kind of just going to watch it for the wild ride. Hopefully I have access to it. Season 1's on Viki, so I'm assuming season 2's coming to Viki as well. I'm just curious how crazy this season's going to get cuz season 1 was crazy out there, and I just I just had fun watching because it was so crazy. And it seemed like, oh, he won. Oh no, he didn't. And so it was one of those where it was like, what more could the writers throw at us? But really the only reason I'm watching is because I need to see Ijun get his revenge and win, and just it'll be so satisfying to see what he does. God, I to go back to Grab by the Collar, I need this drama. Like, I see it on Cocoa. I need it on Viki. I really do. I'm gonna be so sad if I don't watch this. You guys will not hear the end of it. I'm gonna be so sad if I am not able to watch Grab by the Collar. That's literally the drama I'm looking forward to in March. I'm gonna be so sad. Anyway, that is all the dramas I'm looking forward to in March. I'm sure there's gonna be more. There's a lot of rumored Chinese dramas that I, of course, am looking forward to, but nothing's really confirmed. That's what I'm watching so far in March, and what I watched in February, also what I dropped in February. But yeah, February was a good month. I finished a lot. I'm really behind still on some dramas. I have some dramas I haven't even started from February that I need to start. So the life of a drama watcher. You're like never caught up in anything you're watching at all. I feel like February was the month where I got back on track, but then at least within the last month or last week or so, I just fell behind again on stuff. And then you add March into the mix, and there's, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dramas I was looking forward to in March. Technically now 5 because I can't watch Wonderful World, but there's a lot of dramas in March I'm excited for, and I hope I can at least watch some of them. And I still need to finish some from February. I need to finish a lot of stuff. But at least as a drama watcher, I have something to watch, and I'm not in a drama slump. That's a good thing. But yeah, that's it. That's my wrap up for February, what I want to watch in March, and I'm excited to see what I'm watching and what I actually do end up watching and what I do end up enjoying. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that will be the end of my February wrap up episode. What did you complete in February? What dramas are you looking forward to in March? Please DM me, message me, write under this blog, or well, you could write under the blog. You can write under the Spotify podcast episode as well. Let me know what you're watching and enjoying. And thank you again for listening to another wrap up episode. I always love recording these because I always like talking about what I am looking forward to. Like, one of my favorite pastimes is looking at what dramas are coming up in the following weeks or months and seeing the cast be added or new promos or new trailers and see the premiere dates come out. So I always love looking at dramas coming down the pipeline and making these types of blog posts and everything. So you will always have this episode on my Spotify podcast because I love talking about these dramas, and I hope you guys like listening to them. So Thank you very much for listening to another episode. And this is the February wrap-up episode. Bye. If you want to continue the conversations about dramas that were started in this episode, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter under the username No Sleep for Dramas. That is No Sleep, the number 4 dramas, just like in the title of the podcast. This podcast is also an expansion of my blog, so you can visit my blog at www.nosleep4dramas.com, the number 4 dramas.com, and find multiple years of blog posts already available at your fingertips. All links are in the description of this episode. This has been an episode of the No Sleep for Dramas podcast, and I am your host, Caitlin. I will see you here next time, and I hope you get no sleep chasing the next episode just like me. Good night.